For an H-1B worker, losing a job is not just a career crisis. It can become an immigration crisis. The 60-day grace period has traditionally provided a window for workers to find another employer, change status where it is eligible, or make arrangements to leave the US. 60 days, that sounds like a lot to you, right? Until you actually need it. Think about what happens after a sudden layoff. Day 1, you lose your job. Day 5, you update your resume. Day 10, you start the interviews. Day 20, you receive a potential offer. But the company needs immigration approval, right? The lawyer needs documents. The employer, that employer needs to complete its process. And suddenly the calendar becomes your biggest enemy. According to reports, DHS is considering restrictions or possible elimination of the 60-day grace period. Although it makes clear that existing rules continue until a final rule is formally issued. Now, that distinction is very important. A proposal is not the same thing as a final rule, but even a proposal can change how workers and employers plan, because uncertainty itself has a cost here. For Indian professionals, this is particularly important. Why? Because many workers are already balancing the green card backlog, employer dependency, and repeated visa extension. And then comes another issue. If an employee knows the safety window may become smaller, they may become more reluctant to take the career risk. A better job, a startup, a career break, a relocation. Suddenly, immigration status enters every career conversation. Your visa is not just a document in your passport. It can influence the choice that you make about your life. And yes, while Washington tightens the whole system for workers already inside America, another part of the system is becoming more suspicious of why people are entering America in the first place. Now, let's talk about the H-1B workers. You have a job. Your employer wants to keep you. You are not changing companies. You are simply extending your status. You would think, same worker, same employer, same job, same cost. But according to the resources, that assumption is being challenged now. According to the reports that we received, DHS measures taking effect September 9, 2026, expanding an additional fee to certain same employer H-1B and L-1 extension. The figures mentioned, significant. $4,000 for H-1B, $4,500 for L-1. And this matters a lot to Indian professionals because of green card backlogs. Well, for many Indian workers, an H-1B extension is not a one-time event. It can become a cycle. 3 years, another extension, another 3 years, and another. Why? Because the employment-based green card queue can stretch for years. So the worker is not necessarily changing jobs here. The worker is waiting for the priority date, waiting for the next stage, waiting for the green card process to move further. And the employer has to keep maintaining that legal status, by the way. Now, add a new fee here. For a large company, perhaps it is manageable. But what about the smaller employees? What about consulting companies? Repeated cost, it can change the hiring decision for them. A company may start asking, is this position really worth sponsoring? Can we allocate the employee? Can we hire elsewhere? Can we move some of the work to an overseas global capability center? And that is why the story is bigger than $4,000 check. It is about how immigration cost can influence employment decisions further. According to reports, DHS projects tens of millions of dollars in additional fee collection over the relevant period. And for the Indian tech community, the timing is particularly sensitive because the green card backlog already makes immigration a long-term calculation. Now, the cost of staying in that calculation, it may rise. But what if you don't have 3 years to worry about? What if you lose your job tomorrow? And that brings us to the next pressure point, the H-1B grace period.